How did a little-known group started back in the 1800s become so wealthy? Starting from scratch and 2 members, the group called itself the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They ultimately became known most famously as the Mormons. They were called this because of the Book of Mormon, which is a spiritual book, said to be compatible with the Bible. Some call the book a fairy tale and made up from the mind of a young Joseph Smith Jr. Others swear to its holiness and also consider it to be a book of prophecy. Regardless of its authenticity, it has helped the church to become the richest in the nation. Living up to the doctrine in the book has provided enormous wealth to the church. So let's look into how this was done. The wealth of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, LDS Church, commonly known as the Mormon Church, can be attributed to a combination of historical, cultural, and financial factors. Here's an overview of how the LDS Church became one of the wealthiest religious organizations in the United States. It must be noted that in its infancy it had early financial struggles. The founder, Joseph Smith, and early church leaders encouraged members to contribute a portion of their income to the church, often referred to as tithing. This practice has been a significant source of income for the church throughout its history, and has proved to be a benefit to members and non-members alike. Tithing means to give 10% of one's income to the church. This has been a core principle of the Mormon faith since its beginning. Faithful members are expected to tithe, and the church uses these contributions for various purposes. Some of these purposes include building and maintaining places of worship, funding missionary work, and supporting social programs. Throughout its history, the LDS Church has invested in various business ventures. It has been involved in industries such as agriculture, real estate, media, and finance. One of the most notable ventures was the development of the City Creek Center. City Creek is a large upscale shopping and residential complex in Salt Lake City, Utah. City Creek Center was the 2003 remodel of the old Crossroads and ZCMI Mall in downtown Salt Lake City. It was a smart business move by the financial arm of the church. It resulted in the remaking of the downtown area that had fallen on hard times. As a result, the area is thriving today. Secondly, there is the church's investment portfolio. The church has a diversified investment portfolio that includes stocks, bonds, and real estate. The exact details of these investments are not publicly disclosed. It is known, however, that the church manages a significant amount of assets through its investment arm, Ensign Peak Advisors. This non-profit group manages the church's assets. According to recent reports, it manages almost $50 trillion. The fund has almost $2 trillion in Microsoft and Apple stock. Another aspect is the financial transparency of the church. The LDS Church is known for its financial transparency within the organization, because it regularly publishes financial reports for its members. However, the church does not elaborate on the specifics of its investments, and its financial wealth is not disclosed publicly. Another factor is the rapid membership growth of the church. The LDS Church has experienced significant membership growth over the years, both in the United States and internationally. With a large and committed membership base, the church continues to receive substantial tithing contributions. We have to take into consideration the willingness of the members to give this portion of their income. It is not viewed as a debt or obligation, but rather they view it as an opportunity. It's an opportunity because they are taught that God multiplies that amount and gives it back to you. He gives it back in the form of money sometimes and as opportunities at other times. And the wealth of the church and its individual members makes that claim hard to dispute. Then there is the philanthropy and welfare programs. The church operates an extensive welfare and humanitarian program to assist members in need and provide disaster relief worldwide. It also supports various educational institutions and has donated to charitable causes. Lastly, there is the cultural emphasis on self-reliance. Mormon culture places a strong emphasis on self-reliance and financial responsibility, which can lead to individual and family financial stability and success. The church has a self-reliance course that is taught to members on a personal level. Members are taught to responsibly manage personal finances. Those interested in business are taught the basics to starting and growing a business. This undoubtedly results in the rich accumulated assets of the members. It's important to note that while the LDS Church is often considered one of the wealthiest religious organizations in the United States, it does not flaunt its wealth. The exact extent of its wealth and investments is not publicly disclosed in great detail. And it's rare to hear members even speak of it. Humility is the word that comes to mind. Additionally, the Church uses its resources for a variety of purposes, including religious and humanitarian efforts around the world. The emphasis is placed on wealth as a means to serve humanity, rather than accumulating wealth solely for the sake of being wealthy. In conclusion, it should be said that a lot can be learned from the Church as far as finances go. Maybe a visit from the missionaries of the Church should be your next step to financial freedom. They are only a phone call away.